Welcome, Hawks fans. Another episode of the Hawks Nest podcast. This time we're talking to Boise Hawks marketing manager Paige Plotzke. Paige, thank you so much for coming on and joining me. Appreciate you giving me the time.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here, honestly.
Well, we're very excited to get to learn a little bit more about you so the fans can kind of find out what goes on inside the front office. Obviously, for your sake, you have a lot going on as the marketing manager. It stems kind of from everywhere, a little bit of social media, a little bit of answering phones, a little bit of reaching out to people to try to get things to happen. I mean, what's kind of a day-to-day progression for you?
Well, yeah, that's definitely, you're right about a lot going on. I mean, that's kind of part of marketing, though, everything goes through it a little bit. Day-to-day, I guess, game days are obviously a little different than just a normal day. But it's just, having to make sure that you're fulfilling some sponsorship duties, stuff like that. So a lot of social media planning, because throughout the games, it's easier just to have posts scheduled and all that, so you're not like, oh crap, I forgot to post this thing. That makes life easier for sure. And then lots of emails. It's just constant emails coming in about stuff, which is good. I'd rather stay busy than not have anything to do, honestly. But yeah, and then on a game day, it's just prepping, making the script for the game, making sure everything is met, with all, like I said, the sponsorship duties. And yeah, it's kind of a lot, but you make it work.
And for you, you're kind of the face, basically, of everything external for the Boise Hawks, because the press releases go out normally under your name. When you're reaching out to people, it's Paige Plotzke, the marketing director. While Mike is in the front office doing the moves and the roster stuff and kind of making the sales and whatnot along with the rest of the ticket sales. But it's your face that everyone kind of sees and associates with, like, oh, she's going to put our sign up, or, oh, she's going to run our on-field promotion.
Right, yeah, that's why they put me in this position, they got the face for it. But, no, I'm just joking. Yeah, but honestly, it does, yeah, everything does, end up going through me at some point. Like, yeah, these people meet with these sponsors and these businesses and, make all these, like, plans, like, this is what's going to happen. But, yeah, it all ends up going through me almost. Which again is cool because honestly, that's what I like almost the most about this position. Like, you do have a hand in like a lot of stuff. Like, you're never in the blind really about anything, which is cool because, like I said, you just know like a lot about what's going on, like new partnerships that we get, like promos that we're doing, like giveaway kind of stuff. Like, it's cool honestly, and to like just talk with some of these groups and businesses and just make those connections with people is cool.
And for yourself, you've basically been in minor league baseball since you graduated from Eastern Michigan. Tell me about, first of all, the teams that you worked for and what it was like working for each of them and why you decided to get into minor league baseball in the first place.
Yeah, so out of graduation, I worked with I guess it was a little before graduation. I needed an internship for my program to complete my hours and everything. So I worked in the Northwest League with the Kalamazoo Growlers in Michigan. That was like my first kind of real internship in like a baseball team and all that, which that was really cool. I was just an entertainment intern. Which like is a little bit of like the marketing stuff still too. I didn't learn like exactly, deep into marketing stuff. That was more of just like the in-game promos, like helping with all that. But again, it's good to learn that because then me right now, I help sometimes with the promo team and like I'm like, hey, like this is what you should do, like kind of thing. Like, so it's like it's good to be able to relate to them and everything. But yeah, so I started with them in 2018. After that internship was done, I was interested, obviously I wanted to get some other type of experience. Like, I was out of college, I wanted to do something. So Teamwork Online, that's like the holy website. I was on there. I applied to a couple different jobs, and I applied with the Augusta Green Jackets it was a social media and promotions assistant intern thing. I ended up getting that one, which kind of, kick-started like a little bit more into actual minor league baseball. I was there from February to September, I want to say. That was really cool. Honestly, that was, like I said, like real good firsthand experience with a full season minor league team. And again, learning more into like the marketing side of stuff, helping with social media, like all that stuff, definitely helped, learn a lot more than what I was learning before. And so, yeah, going through that season, kind of just feeling it out and everything. And then once that season was done, obviously the owners of the Hawks own the Augusta Green Jackets. So when my internship was done, they were like, Paige, like, we kind of want to keep you around. We have this spot in Boise, Idaho. Like, how would you be interested? And I was like, Idaho, I don't know if I want to go to like Boise, Idaho. I've never even like heard of anything about it. So they flew me out here. I checked it out. Honestly, Boise was really cool when I was here just for like the couple days. So then I was like, sure, why not? It's a opportunity and I'm going to take it. Like, I like to take some risk like that, And so, yeah, they sent me out here November of 2019, and that's where it all started from here. And I love it, honestly, yeah.
Well, that's certainly some trip, and a lot of different stories go into a bunch of different places, obviously. But when you first got here, you were working with Carly.
Yes.
Who was the other marketing director or marketing person, and you kind of were, I don't want to say her shadow, but you worked closely alongside her, I would say.
Yeah. So I was the marketing specialist. She was the marketing manager for the first, basically, a little over a year that I was here, which it's still weird to think that this is my first season with the Hawks, even though I've been here since 2019. Like, people are like, oh, how does, like, this season go? And I'm like, I don't know. This is, like, my first time. But, yeah, I mean, honestly, even not having a season in 2020, it was still nice to, like, learn stuff as, like, because we thought there was still going to be a season up until maybe February. Obviously, March is, I think, when we announced that we weren't. I
think you get your dates a little bit off.
Is it?
I think May. At the end of May.
Oh, sheesh. Yes.
Yeah, because March was when things got canceled.
Yes,
in the
March.
First place.
Yes, March was when we were like, okay, what's going on, kind of thing. Yeah, May. Yes, the other month. But yeah, I mean, up until then, we, like you said, I worked closely with her, and it was cool, seeing how she did things, because she was pretty experienced. She was with the Hawks for, I think, 3 or 4 years. So honestly, before I moved into the marketing manager when she left, I'm happy that, I got to work with her and see how she did things and like how some stuff should be handled. And obviously when she did leave, me start going into this position, still not having a season, was like, whoa, like, I don't know what I'm doing a little bit, but that's a good thing though. That's almost the best way to learn, just getting thrown into stuff. And then it's kind of cool because then you can just like run on your own, like, and do things how you want to do it, even though like there is a way to do stuff, but it's cool to like put your own twist on some of the stuff. So yeah, but it's definitely been a little bit of a challenge, starting this new position from basically not having a season and all that. So, but like I said, it's a sink or swim kind of thing. I like learning this way more than anything else. So,
and for you, because you were Carly's second, you don't really have a second. I mean, there's a number of people who do as much as they can to kind of help you out, but you've basically shoveled the responsibility of two people onto yourself. What has that been like on you, and how different is it compared to your time when you were under Carly?
Yeah, it's definitely a lot. It's a lot more because, I mean, some of the stuff is easy to do, you don't really need, but like not having like a second hand kind of thing, like to shovel responsibilities off to someone, is a little, it's just a lot, it can be a lot sometimes, just because it's like something so small with like but you have like a big project to do at the same time. You're like, oh, I wish I had someone to just take care of this little thing really quick. But that's part of it, you know. I get it done somehow. So I mean, it's sometimes a lot of work, but you know that's part of it, and it's not like I try not to complain, at least. I mean, sometimes it can be frustrating, but I enjoy what I do, so yeah.
And a lot has been made of the Hawks going independent, mostly in the sense of on the field and in the front office, how that's impacted both the ability to sign players and the ability for the front office to be more involved with the hiring of the managers and all the wherewithal that goes into the knowledge of running an organization completely. And you mentioned this is really your first true full season, but you were here in 2019. You got to work under Carly when they were affiliated. What are the changes like for you as a marketing manager with independent ball? Do you have more freedom? Is there less to do than maybe the Rockies, say, kind of provide stuff to put in the game programs or to sell sponsorships, or is it much the same as it was when you were in 2019 and affiliated with Colorado?
I would say there's like, you know, benefits and some negatives of it. Like you said, for like the game program, for example, some stuff would come from them, like just easy stuff that I like to plug in, you know, especially like just dealing with like, oh, some Boise Hawks that are on the Rockies now, let's talk about them kind of thing. Like there's obviously previous Boise Hawks that we can still talk about, but that are just like in the major league somewhere. But it was always cool, you know, be like, to talk about players that have moved up in the minor league system that's still in with the Rockies and all that. But I honestly like it now, though, because even just like with social media and just other kind of stuff, like we have full range to do like a lot more than we're being like constricted to just like a Rockies thing. Like that's why I like independent, just because, yeah, you do have more freedom and all that to just kind of post what you want, and stuff like that. So I would rather almost be independent, because we still get, you know, quality players, and all that. So it's still in professional baseball.
Well, Paige, thank you so much. I appreciate you taking your time to do this for me today, and it was a pleasure having you on.
Yeah, thank you.